Hi friends! Last week in your social studies home learning booklet, you may have read about this special model of the Earth. A model is a smaller version of something, like a model car is a small version of a regular sized car that you might drive in. So this is a shrunk down version of the planet that we live on, planet Earth. And we call this model what? A globe. Very good. Now, this globe is round and shaped like a ball. And that's because our planet Earth is round and shaped like a ball. Now, a round ball shape, we know that special 3D shape name. What is it? Not a flat circle, but a sphere. Great. Now, if I could cut this sphere into two halves, kind of like I might cut an orange or an apple in half and share with my sister, I could cut it into two pieces. The top half, think about the cardinal directions you learned, north, would be the northern half of the sphere. And that prefix heme means half. So the northern hemisphere is what we call this top part. And then below, the second bottom part would be called the southern hemisphere, or the southern half of the sphere. We live in the northern half of the sphere up here. But you may know people who live in places like Australia or South Africa or Argentina. Those are all places in the southern hemisphere, okay? So, northern half, southern half, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. Now these two halves are divided by this line here. Now this line here is actually imaginary. It's not really there in real life, but we use it to divide the two halves, and it is called the equator. Now, the equator also shows where it is hot, hot, hot. Places along the equator have summer-like weather year-round. And that's because as the sun, I'm going to pretend like my flashlight, shines on the earth as it rotates around each day, the sun, most of the light and heat hits along this middle part of the globe. You can even see that's what's lighting up. And that's because that's the part of the globe or the earth that sticks out the most. On the very top and the bottom, the least amount of light and heat is going to reach, and so it's going to be very cold there. North Pole, where Santa lives and works, and the South Pole, which, as you can see, there's a piece of land down there called Antarctica. So, northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, equator, where it's hot, hot, hot. Now, as you can see looking at my globe, we see a lot of the same color. What color do you see a lot of? Blue. Blue represents water. And so all the blue you're seeing is mostly our 5 oceans. And you notice that lakes and seas are also blue on maps. So, the 5 oceans. Now, in between the oceans, you see these big pieces of land. We call those very big pieces of land the continents. So in between the ocean, there are actually 7 continents where people can live because it's land, okay? So we live, I told you, in the northern hemisphere. We live on the continent of North America. And North America also has other countries like Canada and Mexico, our neighbors. And so North America is just one of the 7 continents. And this week, I have a challenge for you to learn all 7 and to be able to point to them on a map. I did send you a fun song that I like to use to practice them, and so Cohen and I have been practicing, and he's going to point to the 7 continents. Ready? Here we go, Cohen. North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, Australia, Antarctica, Antarctica. Yay! Hopefully the song and map help you to learn the names of the 7 continents too. Send me a video of you pointing them out and naming them, and you'll get extra dojo points. Have a good one!